was lost tonight?
Well, I'll talk about tonight. I don't think it's, it's still very raw. Obviously, our group is very disappointed for coming up short of our goal, which was to push this series to 7 games. And, I think, there were points in tonight's game where we can be better. That said, I thought the effort of our players, they pushed right to the very end in trying to find the equalizers. In the end, it didn't turn our way, but I can't fault the effort of our players, but there were certainly some points in tonight's game that we felt we could have executed better.
Jay, Leon Draisaitl was very hard on himself, obviously not only taking the loss naturally, very emotionally, but felt that he was a major factor in why you guys lost tonight. What do you think when you hear something like that? What
do I think? I think we win as a team and we don't win as a team. And we stick together. That's Leon being the leader that he is in trying to take all that on himself, but we win as a team and we lose as a team. And in the end, we didn't execute at a high enough rate today in order to win the game and push it to 7 games. And obviously you have so much high-end skill. You got 300-point scorers, a lot of guys with career years. In terms of your top 6, how would you assess their play, in the series as a whole? Again, I think it's too soon to give any broad characterizations of how individuals played. But, like I said, I thought our players emptied the tank tonight. It didn't turn for us. And in the end, some execution defensively is what ended up hurting us tonight.
Jay, over here. Stuart Skinner, he bounced back every time, seemed to have a good bounce back game, and he obviously won the starting position with his play. But was there ever a point where you thought maybe give Jack a chance to start the game, or how did you kind of go with that?
I think we've beat this up in the last 2 days in terms of the questions, but we think about that stuff all the time. In the end, we win as a team and we don't win as a team. And, I thought, there's different points in tonight's game where we got to be better, and that's not on one person regardless of the position.
You look at the game tonight, and you guys dominated that first period, but they were only 1 shot away from tying it. And then when things went their way, it looked like they got 2 or 3 goals on you in those stretches. I guess, was that maybe a difference when you guys dominated? You guys didn't extend the lead far enough, and they were able to kind of get back?
Maybe. In the end, I thought we played a very good first period. I thought in the second period, there were situations we could handle better, specifically around our net. And I thought we pushed very hard in the third period, but like I said, it didn't fall for us tonight. But I can't fault the effort of our players. I thought we emptied the tank, and in the end, a little bit of lack of execution there defensively in the second period ended up really hurting us tonight.
The stats might point to the discrepancy in even strength goals through the series. How did you feel about the quality of play at even strength that your team had, and did it match that discrepancy, or do you think did you like the chances you had?
How many shots on net? I didn't get a final game sheet, so I didn't see. What were the final shots on net?
You had lots tonight, though. Yeah.
What's that? Sorry, 41 to what?
41. Yeah.
22. So in an elimination game, we gave up 22 shots on net. In the end, there were moments within that game, specifically some of the chances we gave up on those 22 shots that we think we can handle better. They converted at a higher rate. They finished at a higher rate 5-on-5 than we finished. We scored 2 5-on-5 goals tonight, but we gave up, I think 3 5-on-5 goals. One was at the end of a 4-on-3. It was a 4-on-4 situation, and then we gave up an empty netter. So they had one more than us tonight. I think that goes to just execution on a few plays defensively.
It's a close series. They have a good team too. And you think sometimes that, I mean, it sounds like a cop-out, but at the end of the day, they were the only team in the league that finished ahead of you in the regular season, the Western Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really good point. And congratulations are in order to the Vegas Golden Knights, who played a very good series. There were two teams that were taking swings at each other in every game. There's moments in that series that we feel we could have executed at a higher level, but you also have to tip your cap to the other team. You're right, they finished ahead of us in the standings. And I thought, I thought there's moments we want to have back, and we're going to have to learn from to use this as the growth opportunity that it presents itself as for us as an organization to take a step. But all that said, the Vegas Golden Knights executed at a high level, and they're moving on for a reason.
Jay, it is Rob. There was a lot of questions about Evan Bouchard and maybe what he could do. You played him 31 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Just the thought on the totality of what he accomplished during the course of the playoffs, and maybe your confidence level was evident.
Yeah.
You're right. Ice time's your currency.
Yeah, I thought we saw great growth in Bouch. Not only in the playoffs, but down the stretch since the Ekholm trade. I thought that pair was very good for us. Obviously, when you're behind in a game like we were tonight, he's going to play more minutes, but, he's somebody who's taken off, and, we'll get to that, I'm sure, in follow-up press conferences and whatnot, and summing up the season and individuals and all that kind of stuff. But, for Evan to turn in the playoffs that he did, he should feel like he's in a good trajectory moving forward.
Jay, the matchup, I know you don't spend a lot of time chasing too many matchups.
Yeah.
The McLeod Carlson matchup tonight started the game, a lot of the TV timeouts. What was it about that matchup that you wanted, or was it also freeing up your other guys to not have to face them?
Yeah, what I would say, Jason, is that, I think if the other team had their druthers, they would have wanted Carlson on Connor McDavid. And going back to game number 4 here at home, we liked what we saw in the matchup of McLeod versus that line. It was unfortunate we gave up a goal pretty early, but I love the response of our team. And, that line found a goal back. So it was good on that line to find a goal back. I had real confidence in the McLeod, Derek Ryan, and Warren Fogle line. I thought they played their asses off for not only for each other as a line, but played their asses off for their teammates. They gave everything that they had, and they were a very good line in this series for us. Good, thank you.